What is going on, guys? 21 Maxwell here, and welcome to episode 42 of the TNA TW series. We are only 2 weeks away from Slammiversary, a quick turnaround from our Destination X pay-per-view, but I guess that's the way it works out, and we're going to just have to run with that. We're booking this week's episode from the Verizon Wireless Arena in Richmond, Virginia, from the Mid-Atlantic region, hopefully capitalising on a bit of momentum and popularity over in that kind of area of America. Short show, just the 13 segments. We're focusing on getting these storylines to the next level, getting the matches booked in for Slammiversary, and then we can worry about everything else next week. And if it comes to worse, we'll panic, put a couple of things together at the end of the second weekend as we're preparing for the show. So say it's mostly getting that stuff sorted, a couple of angles and all that to try and keep the rating up, keep this momentum at B kind of shows, B minuses, and let's hope for the best. So let's run the show, and we start off with a solid B plus segment in 88. In the ring, CM Punk and Bobby Roode go back and forth with insults towards one another. Punk was good again, Roode was underwhelming. Roode is a solid guy, I think it just shows the level of CM Punk here. The segment lifted the crowd, it's Roode to be Punk storyline has advanced through this segment. Bobby Roode's improving acting, so that's good, you know what I mean? The only negatives, of course, are the momentum for Bobby Roode, but we can work in that, and that keeps their feud alive. Now, sure, the 6,485 here in attendance, but I love that back and forth on the mic. And the match had some good action and average heat. Eddie Edwards defeats Doug Williams in 9:29 by pinfall with a chin checker, a 71C plus match there. A good bout, as obviously Eddie Edwards is on his own now after the Wolves split at the pay-per-view. So, I'm quite happy with that. That's a decent show opener. We then have an angle backstage. Frankie Kazarian is backstage and gets ambushed by Kenny King and John Morrison with a sneak attack leaving him laid out. That gets a 53C-. No real workers there, but there is a reason for that, which I'll go into in a minute. And you see right after it, in a match that had some good action and average heat, Kenny King defeats Frankie Kazarian, Rhett Titus and Morrison in 13:55 when Kenny King defeated Frankie Kazarian by pinfall with a handful of the tights. Kenny King wins the TNA X Division title. Now I know Kazarian just won the title at Destination X, and I thought, well, we'll give him a wee run with the title. But Dragon Gate decided to poach him on the written deal. Nothing we could do about it. He'd been snapped up because we had him on an exclusive paper appearance deal. And he leaves next week, so I thought, well, we'll take the title off you straight away. And we gave it back to Kenny King just to give it to another heel, so there can be a new up and coming face that can hopefully challenge Kenny King. And overall we get a 73 B-, so I'm really happy with that. That Titus improves his performance skills. There was the initial plan, right, was to put the title in Kazarian and put Titus and King back together as the All Night Express. Give him another tag team, but unfortunately the way it's worked out, we're going to have to stay in the X Division for the foreseeable future until we can get some lightweights in that aren't cruiserweights because of this goddamn owner goal. So 73B, I'm happy with that. That's another solid segment. The DDP calls Davey Richards into his office and tells him he's been granted the night off. Only a 57C-. Richards has lost a lot of momentum because of that turn, so we're going to have to build him up again, but he's going to be working with DDP, so hopefully he'll get Davey Richards over. And we get a good feud between him and Eddie Edwards. And the match had some good action and average heat. Hawkins and Ryder defeat EC3 and James Storm in 10:07 when Ryder defeated James Storm by pinfall by using underhanded tactics. Obviously we've got Hawkins and Ryder together, which gives us another tag team, which is good. Great chemistry between them. We need to find something for EC3 now. So we kind of panicked him and put him with James Storm just for somebody here. Maybe we'll have a wee angle where he looks for the perfect partner to take on Hawkins and Ryder, but a 72 B- is good. Ryder improves his rumble skills and James Storm's improving his flying skills, so that kind of adds that storyline a wee bit now. So I'm happy with that, and it's good to see Hawkins and Ryder getting a good opportunity under me here. Hawkins then thanks Ryder for his recent advice and admits without him he probably wouldn't have been able to do it because obviously he'd been struggling, but Ryder's come in and hopefully now the two careers are both going to kick on, so that gets a 64C. In a match it featured great action and a good crowd. Adam Cole defeated Volador Jr. in 9:50 by pinfall with the floor of the key. Adam Cole makes defence number 2 of his TNA Central title, a 68C+, just another match to get Cole on the card. And him and Volador have a decent match, and that gives hopefully a bit more prestige to the Central Championship. as we will eventually drop, Adam Cole will eventually drop it to a mid card, but for now we're just trying to build its prestige and make it a basic elevation to the main event. Next up, Team 3D are in the ring. The Hardys, this is what we want. Billy Ray and Brother Devon are the greatest tag team in history, never mind the scene today. They demand a shot at the tag titles, so we're going to give hopefully the Hardys and the Team 3D at Slammiversary for the titles, and that gets a 69 C+ there, which is good. CM Punk's in action next, again just using the fact that CM Punk will always get a good match and a good rating. And about it featured great action and great heat from the audience. CM Punk defeated Harry Smith in 8:36 with the GTS. A 77B, Harry Smith's improving his performance skills, CM Punk's improving his flying skills, so he's still improving all the time, so Punk's could be massive here. And very few negatives just for holding back and being slightly fatigued, which you can understand for Harry Smith. And the match should have went a wee bit longer, but we should really get Punk on the card. And next up, Matt Striker's backstage with Austin Aries talking about his upcoming title match. Of course, Aries beating Chris Hero at Destination X gets him his World Heavyweight Championship match tonight. That's a 68 C+. Then the match happens, and about it featured great action and a good crowd. Magnus defeated Austin Aries in 2011 by pinfall with a Tormentum following interference from Chris Hero. Magnus makes defense number 2 of his TNA World Heavyweight Championship. The Battle of the Independent King storyline advances. That got an 80B rating, which is outstanding for something that's got Magnus in it. Austin Aries is improving his performance skills. Only just the holding back is the only negatives there, plus the crowd were burnt out. But the last segment of the night only got a 67 C+, which is a pretty poor rating. But Kurt Angle books a 4-way match between Chris Hero, Magnus, Austin Aries and Bobby Lashley. This is going to happen at Slammiversary. 2 storylines improved with this. No worker improvements and just low morale is the only reason, no negative there, which stopped that getting a B. That's already been booked in, so don't worry about that. That got us a 79B, which I think is my newest best show, so we're continuing to get better and better as time goes on. Our show increased our popularity in 7 regions, so that's great to see. And hopefully this is all reflected in the ratings here, because obviously with a good pay-per-view, with another good show, and hopefully that's made the fans turn up and watch Spike TV. Could we push a 5.0? Could we? Are we going to be stuck in the mid 4 points? That's will be interesting to see. But I mean, that's half the card booked for Slammiversary. The rest of it will book next week, and then we'll get the pay-per-view, and then it's a big build until the July pay-per-view. Again, the feedback from the viewers has been excellent. It seems that they really struck gold with this show, so the fans loved it. That's great to see. A couple of interesting ones there, that Vince McMahon has retired from pro wrestling. Jerry the King Lawler's retired from pro wrestling. Mr. Fuji's left the business. So tragic. And Ken Pantera's left it as well. But the main thing we wanted to check was, of course, our buy rate, or not buy rate, our rating here. Harry Smith has got a growing schedule. It's because he's working with Japan. They're obviously tiring him out. We're just giving him the one match here and then, and he's still struggling. But nothing we can do about that. And the buy rate was a 462. It was way up there, 437 last week. Again, our highest ever rating. So we are on a roll at the moment. Momentum's up to 76. I'm still approval rating very low for some reason. And the size now, you know, we're starting to hit 60 in Southwest. We got 60 in Mid-South. Mid-Atlantic's 59. So we can keep working in these kind of places. Get them over to 65. National's going to be soon. We're going to get more money from attendances. And then hopefully more money means better wrestlers, more popular wrestlers, which means we only continue to grow and grow, and still no trends happening. So that's it, guys. We obviously have Impact Wrestling in 6 days time, and then just after that we'll have the pay-per-view, so hopefully you're looking forward to Slammiversary, and hopefully it's a good show. So this is 21 Maxwell, thank you for tuning in, and I'll speak to you again real soon. Bye bye.